It's been a real trip. But when I look back over it, there's a couple of things that stand out. One day, a couple of years into working with cacao, I remember I said to the cacao spirit, like I'm learning all this stuff. I know stuff that the anthropologists don't know about Mayan usage of cacao. I'm learning all this stuff, but what's the big picture? What is the big picture with this stuff? I mean, I realize how fantastic it is. I'm selling more and more of it. Other people have the same opinion I do about it. What's this all about? And about a week later, I was reading an anthropological journal in the internet cafe. And I read an ancient myth from Central and I think South America that said, when mankind gets out of harmony with the natural world, cacao comes out of the rainforest to open people's hearts and reestablish the balance. I went, oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm working for Mama Cacao, bringing her out of the rainforest and into the Western world. Not the indigenous world, but into the Western world. That's what I'm doing. I work for a plant spirit medicine. That's my job. Now I've been joined by someone else who has exactly the same vision. Is that I'm playing the little bit part in the ascension of bringing cacao to the world to reestablish the balance. In my experience, cacao is an energy that works individually. In other words, I learned very early that there isn't a cacao ceremony. There's your expression of it through the unique being you are, and there's somebody else's expression of it. I learned very early that there wasn't a truth about cacao. There were a lot of them, and people could have different ones. And eventually it got to the place where there was so much bullshit being told about cacao that we started Nicole's Power of Cacao course to straighten people out, because there was so much false stuff out there. It was ridiculous. But the other thing I learned about cacao, but besides the to open people's hearts and change the balance on the planet, I've got the book in there from the anthropological expert on cacao. And I've read it, well, most of it. And if you look on the web, the standard translation for xocóatl, which became chocolate eventually in France, the standard translation is heart blood. But this anthropologist translates it. He says, no, that's wrong. It's blood. And he gets into the sacrifice and he gets into all this stuff. And when I read that, and I started connecting with the cacao spirit, and now I was already aware, if you read Martin Prechtel's books from his journey in the 1970s across the lake, you understand that indigenous languages in this part of the world are highly poetic. Everything is poetry. Everything is alliteration. Everything is metaphor and analogy. Well, Heart blood. What is the blood that flows through the heart? Poetically. Love. Yes? Well, Linnaeus, the father of scientific nomenclature from Switzerland, called cacao Theobroma cacao, food of the gods. That's the direct translation out of Latin. Greek?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Theobroma. Okay, I got it. All right. Theobroma cacao, food of the gods. Well, what would the food of the gods be? What would it be? Love, yes. Nobody understood that. Most of them still don't. But I put it up on the web like I was asked to do. So here we are.